Okay, let's get into it. Today we're doing a deep dive on a very specific, um, a very powerful solution to a problem that, it plagues every big AV installation.
Hmm.
Signal loss over distance. We're looking at the tvONE 221-109302. It's an HDMI 4K HD-base extender transmitter.
That's right.
And really, our mission here is to figure out how this little box lets you push high-quality video and audio for hundreds of feet without getting those awful green sparkles.
Or worse, just nothing. A dead signal. It happens all the time with standard HDMI once you get past, say, 150 feet.
So what's the magic here?
Well, it's all about the core technology. It's HDBaseT, and specifically, we're looking at the Magenta Research HD1 series, the DX and LX models.
Okay.
The best way to think about it is like this. If a normal HDMI cable is a garden hose that just loses pressure, HDBaseT is a high-pressure fire hose. It pushes the data with so much integrity that it arrives perfectly on the other end.
So right off the bat, that solves the biggest headache distance.
Yeah.
The standard DX model. What does that get you?
A full 328 feet. That's 100 meters. And we're talking reliable, uncompressed high-def video. It's a massive leap.
And what kind of cable are we using? Because that's always the other part of the equation.
And that's maybe the best part. You're not using some extensive, clunky HDMI cable. This all runs over a single, inexpensive UTP cable, your standard network cable.
Like a CT5E or a C6.
Exactly. We always recommend going with P6 or even C7 if you can. It's just more robust, easier to pull, easier to terminate, a huge practical advantage.
Okay, but what if 328 feet isn't enough? I'm thinking, a stadium or a really big campus.
They've got you covered. There are extended range versions, the LX500 and the DX500. Those push the signal all the way out to 500 feet. That's 152 meters.
That's incredible. Let's talk performance then. What kind of resolutions can we expect?
So it's fully HDMI 1.4 compliant, and it's also HDCP compliant, which is critical for protected content. It handles 1080p at 60 hertz all day long.
And 4K. That's
Yeah.
what everyone is asking about now.
It does 4K UHD, but you have to be mindful of the distance. For 4K, the standard models are rated for about 200 feet or 60 meters. Still pretty impressive over a network cable. The bandwidth is 3.4 Gbps.
Now, what about the audio side of things? Is that compromised at all?
Not in the slightest, and that's really important. It supports the embedded HDMI audio, including the high-end stuff like Dolby True HD and DTS HD master audio.
So you're getting that full home theater or boardroom quality sound.
Absolutely. And the whole thing is designed for pros in the field. It's completely plug and play. You just connect the cables and it works. There's no adjustments, no tuning needed.
Which saves a ton of time on site.
A ton of time.
All right, let's talk brass tacks. For someone budgeting a project, what does a transmitter unit like this actually cost?
The part number we're talking about, the 221-109302 transmitter, is currently running right around $310.
Okay. And what kind of support or warranty comes with that?
This is where you can tell it's professional gear. It comes with free USA shipping, which is nice, but more importantly, lifetime technical support.
Lifetime, wow.
And a 3-year warranty. Now, one thing to note is the sales policy. It's listed as non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable.
That sounds a little harsh.
It does, but it makes sense when you think about it. This isn't consumer electronics. It's a component that gets designed into a large, permanent system. They expect the system designer to have done their homework.
Got it.
Oh, and one last tip on that. If you're buying for a school or government agency, there are often extra discounts for edu, .gov, .mil, and .org accounts.
Good to know.
So if we pull back and look at the big picture, using a component like this really allows an AV system architect to standardize everything on network cable. You can treat your AV distribution with the same reliability as your data network.
And that leads to the final thing for you to think about.
Yeah.
The LX models, they add bidirectional RS-232 and two-way IR support, so you can control signals.
All on the same table.
So here's the thought. How much does that simplify your most complex installs? When you can run your video, your audio, and all your control signals down one single cheap SAT6 cable, that's a real game changer to mull over for your next design.